All right, we're going to read chapter 33 now of the Bakemonogatari manga. The last chapter was very, very impressive. So now we return to the Legend of the Monkey's Paw. Grants its user any wish they want. It's granted in a way that the user does not want. From the Willem Weimark Jacobs short classic. If you've heard about the Monkey's Paw, you'll know what kind of horror and abnormality story this is about. I like this shot of Araragi where you can clearly see his vampire bite. And this awesome movie poster-esque depiction of the monkey's paw. I'm assuming this was written in English in the original. Otherwise, like, really bravo to the scanlators. But no, I think that must be in English originally. Okay. So, they're heading to Oshino's house. This is what they've decided. They gotta get this sorted out by a professional. Here, they're running off again. Kombaru, of course, matching Araragi's pace on the bike with her running, which is absurd, but presented here much more seriously, as they have someplace very important to be. Once it gets dark, I think this thing will start moving again. Police Paw grants 3 wishes. Any wish. Given by an old magical businessman in India. Object is apparently meant to teach people that they should obey their destiny, and that those who oppose it will meet horrible disaster. Of course, good listen. I wish to be successful in this company. Monkey's Paw will grant that wish for sure. Next day, the company goes down and the bosses are disposed of, and this is a result of the paw. As the company goes up and down as the teachers on bankruptcy will technically end up being successful. So I'm trying to remember how it went in The Simpsons, but in the end, they like somehow like get it, like they come up with a way to like make it work. I think they like trick it somehow. And I really feel like, depending on how elaborate you're allowed to make your wishes, there's some room to come up with something fairly robust. But I should say only fairly robust. You run into kind of a Godelian problem, where no matter how many layers of insurance you add, the monkey's paw should always be able to break through. But if you said something like, I wish everyone to live happy and healthy lives until a ripe old age, and I don't want anything bad. I don't know. It seems like the more greedy and selfish and short-sighted you are, the more kind of particular you make your wish, the more easily it can be subverted in a way that more than makes up for the gain you get. So it's like, you gotta wish big here. You gotta get something that like, yeah, I wish I want more money. The next day your entire family dies in an accident, so you get a ton of life insurance money. Something like that. That's the gist. In high school, right away, I noticed something weird about Sojiro senpai. She became someone different. Senpai more than anyone else. And of course I noticed, but I thought I could do something. No problem I could not get rid of. At least I could help her heal by her heart by being by her side. That's what I thought. And this is also Senju Gohara's estimation, and what Araragi thought as well. That because Senju Gohara drove her away under these conditions, she completely cut me off. Stapler. Yep. Never thought of you as a friend at all. Not even as a kohai, not now and not back then either. Became friends with a superior lower classman like you. My stock will rise. I just wanted to parade you in front of everyone. Cruel. So cruel. To have not just the lie, but to have the lie so justified, to explain plausible reasoning behind the lie, just to make it more convincing. It's brutal. And here we have the stapler centipede again, like some sort of twisted abomination version of a crab. An amazing shot. This is something else that I'm really blown away by, is the way this manga shifts, the storytelling shifts chronologically so much. There's so many flashbacks, so many just scenes of people remembering other incidents. And then each time they do that, Oh Great has to depict those types of scenes again. Like Oh Great probably thought he was done with drawing Senju Gohara office supply attack scenes. But no, in this new flashback, we have to get a brand new one of Kanbaru nursing her bleeding cheek as Senjogahara dramatically poses again with her Staples Business Depot one-man arsenal. Impressive. It's really impressive just how expertly they can like weave all of this iconography together. It's pretty harsh. Hell yeah, it's pretty harsh. Hurting her was the goal. Getting her away from her was the goal. I'm pretty happy because she called me a superior Lord Classman. Her nose is wiggling with pride. I realized my own powerlessness is a conceit. Senjogahara-senpai just didn't want anyone to be by her side. So that, I guess, is the only way that Kanbaru could possibly begin to rationalize this in a way that feels okay, that makes her feel anything less than, I think, like outright suicidal or something, is that Senpai must just not want anyone by her side. And the personality that Senjogahara was displaying back then really fit with this. Extremely distant, extremely cold, quiet, almost disappearing into herself. So that allows Kanbaru to leave her. So that was my only wish. The only wish that Senjogahara-senpai wanted from me. And you put all that effort to get away from her. Senjogahara really could save if Kanbaru could really save Senjogahara by doing nothing, she should both grant Senjogahara's wish and heal her heart. Interesting. And Araragi could have done the same. He could have come to the same conclusion. And it's almost the fact that he didn't love Senjogahara then, that he didn't really know her at all. All he had done is caught her falling after slipping on a banana peel. And that, plus his healing being the proof that he had encountered such supernatural occurrences before, was enough to make him persistent. Whereas Kanbaru, of course, has none of that. She knows her too well. She loves her too much. So she could only respectfully stay away. You were that serious about her to go that far. Oh my gosh, wow. See, this is what I'm talking about. Just the deft weaving of things. And it works so well in manga because of like the compositional aspect of manga. In a book or in an anime, because it's entirely one-dimensionally linear, right? You would have to cut entirely from the present moment to show this flashback panel of Hachikuchi. Or in the story, you would have to stop and say, I thought I remembered Hachikuchi saying something, or like something that she had said came to mind. Isn't the feeling of liking something really essentially a really positive thing, blah, blah, blah. And there's like a complete disconnect. But here in the manga, this is just like one big compositional page showing Araragi's state of mind. And you can kind of, like there's an order in which you're supposed to read it. And, you know, the first time that is the order you read it. But then you can kind of re-examine it. The entire page is like this one work of art. And to have this one panel just inserted in there, so full of meaning, bringing in this entire character, this entire arc, this entire memory. Like, what? How are they doing this? Like, what? How is this not the best medium? How is that? How, like, film BTFO, books BTFO, manga is so good. Okay. So let's break this down a little bit. What's going on here? Someone could measure the energy needed to fall in love with people, or the effort needed, then the energy from Kanbaru's love of Senjogahara would clearly be bigger than my own love. Yes, I chased after, Kanbaru pulled away from her. Look at this symbolism. The shoes, and the scale, and these physical equations in the background. The feeling of liking something, essentially a really positive thing. Oh man, this is a huge topic, of course. One that I've given a lot of thought to under lots of different circumstances and stuff. We just gotta go. With the exact same distance, but the result was the opposite. This feels strangely uncomfortable. I don't know about strangely. I feel like this is a perfectly appropriate level of uncomfortability, given you know the myriad circumstances here. He's at the epicenter of a lot of emotional energy right now. This is going to be like a maelstrom. Eyes behind your back. Yes. He understands now exactly how he's been observed. Because she loved him more than he did, she went away and had to watch him come in and save the day. So when I heard the two of you were dating, I was both envious of you and disheartened by Senjogahara-senpai. Why didn't it work out with me? Because I'm a girl? Didn't mind not being called friend or kohai. I wanted to be her girlfriend. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And that moment of most intense rejection, where she straight up was like, you are not my friend, you are not my kohai, I was only using her, only using you. Kanbaru took solace in the fact that maybe then, by following her wishes, somehow, they could still be lovers. But that option wasn't explicitly taken off the table. Also, what's up with Kanbaru's backpack? This thing looks crazy. If we could be lovers, and if it was okay, that would have been fine enough, right? Man, isn't that a mood? No, like, think about that. Imagine a love so great that even in the face of this rejection, you would know, but there is still this path for all of this and more to be redeemed. That if we could become lovers, then everything bad that has happened to me to this point would be irrelevant. And everything good would be manifest in that one relationship. Imagine the strength of that love. Oh man. Just her face here. Kind of ashamed at how naive she feels saying it. But also knowing it to be true. Knowing really strongly that this is the case. What an amazing romance this is. You know? Like, if this was just the story of Kanbaru, if this was like you took out all the supernatural aspects and you just had the story of a kohai that loved her senpai, then went to high school to find out her senpai was first cold and distant, seemingly to anyone, and then later opens up her heart to this boy. That would be an incredibly compelling Yuri manga. And that's just one little slice of the Monogatari series. But damn, like what a, oh man. Oh man. That's why I made a wish. So I called it on this monkey's paw. That was her mentality. She knew what was up with the paw. She knew that it would bring her misfortune and ruin, but she also knew that it did grant the wish. And then she had finally gotten herself in this position where, as long as that one wish was granted, that she could be together with Senjogahara-senpai, then nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. According to the legend, it will grant the owner's wish, but it will also do it in a way that the owner does not want to happen. This monkey's paw abnormality wanted to kill me to grant Kanbaru's wish. That's what I want to believe. Do respect you from the bottom of my heart, Araragi-senpai. Wanted to be one so bad, but in the end I couldn't do it. You did it easily and overcame all the odds, Araragi-senpai. Wow, yeah, that's true. In the end, her fondness for Araragi and her admiration isn't false. She is really, really happy that someone saved Senjogahara, even though she's sad it couldn't be her. That's so beautiful too, man. This also could be in the non-supernatural Kanbaru protagonist version of the plot, which I think is just this is so cool. Thank you, Araragi-senpai, for saving Senjogahara-senpai. Seriously, thanks. How about it, Araragi-senpai? I just have one question I want to ask. What made you fall in love with Senjugara-senpai? Her underwear. You already said that. Didn't even talk to her until a few days ago. No, what made you want to go out with her? Yeah, it feels like this is just a question that you can only really ask to torture yourself. But that under certain circumstances, you do want to torture yourself. That this sort of emotional masochism to just take all of the pain of the reality of the situation onto your heart. No, I can get it. Simply put, it's just hypothetical, pure speculation, Araragi-senpai. If you just wanted Senjugahara's body, I think I could take her place instead. Oh, man. See, this could be in the Yuri version, too. The final desperate play. Oh, man. Brutal. She'd go this far. She would go this far. I think I'm pretty cute myself. Fully prepared. Intend on taking your assaults anytime, anywhere. Of course, even right here, right now. Wow, jeez. Mommy, 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 mommy. It's the sound effect. Jeez. Jeez. Go to the back with your BL relationships. What? What is she even talking about here? Oh man, I'm sick of waiting for you, Araragi-kun. Is that what she meant? Is this the BL relationship? Alright, alright. Okay. Sheesh. Oh, this illustration is by someone named Shinobu as well, and it's written the same way. Hot on the blade. Alright. I want to keep reading more, but at the same time, I want maximum impact, and I feel like if I wait a bit and then turn to the series with fresh eyes, it'll be more exciting, and it may reveal more deeper truths or whatever. Anyways, yeah, so we'll read something else now, but oh man, am I excited to see what will happen next. Alright, that's all for now. Man, what a good chapter. Did I have something else I wanted to say? No. It's just really good.